to address us. William has written many books on William Pitt the Younger. He's also written books on William Wilberforce. In fact, I was so impressed with the book he wrote on William Wilberforce that we called our Labrador dog Wilberforce. But it is, William wasn't expecting that particular one, but it is a great pleasure to have such an excellent Foreign Secretary as William here to address us. It is great that you in Slovenia have had 20 years of independence from communism, because I think those of us that have been grown up in generations of democracy don't realise what it is to have the freedom of speech, not to have the freedom of speech and the freedom to vote for whoever you want, and to change parties and change political allegiances and governments. So it is very much, I don't want to make a big speech because William has an important pressing engagement after this, but I am absolutely delighted, William, that you have found time to be here today. So on behalf of myself and the Ambassador, Mr. Ishtok Jak, welcome to the Slovenian all-party group and the celebrations for 20 years of independence. Thank you, William.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Neil, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be here and to be introduced by Neil, an excellent friend to Slovenia and an excellent member of Parliament, and we're lucky that he's come back from the European Parliament to serve here in Westminster. I didn't realise you had called your dog Wilberforce. You should be very grateful I didn't write a book about various other people in so that you're not calling your dog whatever, Caligula or Mussolini or whatever it may be. But I shall think of an interesting title for one of your dogs in future. And I'm delighted to be speaking here at this event to mark the 20th anniversary of Slovene independence. And I'm sorry I'm only here for a few minutes. We have a lot going on in the Foreign Office today, and I need to go straight back there. But few newly independent countries, although of course Slovenia is an ancient nation in many ways, can have had such astonishing success in the first 2 decades as an independent nation state. And after the terrible events that surrounded the breakup of Yugoslavia, Slovenia is now a highly respected member of the European Union and NATO. Its economy has succeeded to an astonishing extent. GDP per capita is now ahead of all the other member states that joined in 2004. And the Slovene economy has grown on average by 5% a year over the past 20 years. There aren't many European countries that can say that. It's also a vibrant and stable democracy. The partnership and friendship between the UK and Slovenia is important to us, and this year has seen that elevated to a new level. It's seen the first visit to Slovenia by the Speaker of the House of Commons, one of only 2 overseas visits the Speaker makes each year. The first visit to Slovenia by a senior member of our coalition, the Lord Chancellor Ken Clarke. The first bilateral meeting between the new Prime Minister of our country and the Prime Minister of Slovenia, who also saw the Deputy Prime Minister. More interestingly for most people, we've also had the first ever air display in Slovenia by the Red Arrows, whose remarkable part in the air show in front of 10,000 spectators with 20 acts marked Slovenia's 20 years of independence. Of course, importantly, we've also had the first UK-Slovenia Investment Forum, bringing together over 200 potential investors from the city. And in the new year, our embassy in Slovenia, and our ambassador is here today, established an informal grouping known as the British House in Slovenia, bringing together the British Embassy, the British Council, the British Chamber of Commerce, the British International School in Ljubljana, as well as the Duke of Edinburgh Award Scheme, known as MEPI in Slovenia, to bring the best of Britain in every way to our partners. If there's one area where I think there's room for improvement, it's in tourism, where I think Slovenia's exceptional landscape of mountains, hills and lakes is still too little known in Britain. But cooperation between our governments is very good. We're both strong advocates of pro-growth policies in the European Union. Of course, we work closely together on all the issues of the Western Balkans, where Slovenia is a model of success for its neighbours to the southeast. Slovenia brings expert knowledge and deep understanding of this hugely important region, and I think we'd all agree that Croatia's good development and the rapidly approaching prospect of its membership are also very welcome, and also that the arrest of Ratko Mladic is a major mark of progress in the region. And we want to work very closely with Slovenia on Bosnia, where things have not moved uniformly in the right direction. And on that subject, we pay tribute to their staunch contribution to Operation Althea. So this is a very happy day to mark the 20th anniversary, and when we see so much turmoil across the world, and so much of our time is preoccupied in dealing with threats, old and new, which is why I have to return to the Foreign Office straight away, we can instead happily, at this moment, mark an outstanding national success story of our generation. So I say congratulations to Slovenia and to the ambassador and to all the representatives of Slovenia and all our friends here today. Thank you very much indeed.